Well, hello again, everybody. It's Doris at DF Designs. I'm going to do a quick one today because Saskia's husband, Rob Smit, you might know both of them, he has done some unusual things with acrylic pouring. And I've been watching him. He's such a dear, and I decided I'm going to try him. So he did one where he did, oops, I'm dripping all over the floor, where he took these tubes. Now I'm not using as big a tubes as he did, okay, because my piece isn't that big, but he poured the acrylic in here and then dragged it. So I'm going to attempt that with resin. I'm only going to put one color in each tube, which means I've only got a little bit of each color, because this is not that big of a piece. And I'm going to do a second piece after this, but not in this video, because he did another one that I want to try too, and it's like I can't go to sleep tonight until I try his experiments in resin. Okay, Rob, we all love you. Saskia, you have a heart of gold, and your patience is unbelievable. I mean it. I don't know if I'd ever be able to do that with my other half. Okay, I've got some Rust-Oleum white that I'm going to be putting in for the base coat. And then I've got Coral Luster by Sherry's Creative. Black Diamond Mahogany by Black Diamond. Let me see. I've got Bronze, which is out of the Mica Iron series from Sherry's Creative. And then last but not least, I've got Ruby Pigment Powder by Just Resin. And this right here is my Rust-Oleum, the protective enamel that's got, it's oil based. Sorry about that, but I wanted to make sure I got the lid on. I was smart. I put my mica powders in there first. Okay, this is not going to take long. I just had to try it. What he did was unbelievable. It turned out so neat. Both of them did. I'm serious. Both of them did. Not sure if I'm going to have enough left for coasters after all this, so I guess I will find out after I finish the piece. Okay, there's my white. In case you're wondering, I do put my cups now in a muffin tin. Keeps them upright, which is a good thing for me because I have a habit of not looking and knocking them over, and I'm sure all of you are can relate to that. If not with me or yourself, with your kids, don't they not pay attention to what they're doing? Okay, I want just a little bit more resin in here because that it doesn't look like quite enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my base tint, the white, down. Okay, just a thin layer of it. Because the Rust-Oleum is pretty good about giving you cells in resin if the color goes over it. Okay, and then I'm going to put the tubes on here, and I'm going to fill them up, and then I'm going to basically drag them. I think, see, I didn't watch which way he dragged them. I'm just going to drag them, you know, across. I might try to go a little bit in a zigzag maybe. Depends on how quickly the resin goes through comes out the tubes. These are just they're PVC pipes. As a matter of fact, I just went and got them today in the hardware section at a store. They're just PVC pipes, and I just basically laid them down and I put glue. Here, let me hold it up so you can see it. I put glue and held them together. That's just hot glue. And then I did the same thing over here. Yeah, I got a little messy with the glue, but that's okay. Wish I could tell you what size they are, but I really don't remember. I was just looking in the PVC pipe section at the fittings, figuring I'd find one eventually that looked good. He used taller, skinnier tubes. I don't know where I guess they were PVC pipes too, or fittings I should say. Okay, this one needs just a little bit more. Not quite enough in there. Okay, because I wanted to do about an ounce of each color, and that white is going to be used on both pieces, which I'm going to do the other one next, because I need to get some stuff done this weekend. So I'm trying to pre-record a couple of videos that I can put out for you guys. Okay, I cleaned, this is I'm thinking it's 8-inch, it's a hexagon tile, got it at Lowe's. I think it's about 8 inches, I'm not sure. I taped the back, I painted the front with flat white acrylic paint, just a primer paint, and then it dried, so now I'm just going to put a thin layer of white down. I don't want it to be really, really thick, because I'm going to be using the white on the other one too. Okay, now, oops, I don't have my alcohol rag ready. This is a very, very important part to me, because it cleans my fingers off. Okay, because I like, oops, put you over there, I like to finger paint in my resin, okay? So I'm just basically pushing this all out. I'm not worried about it being total coverage. I mean, you don't want any dry spots, because resin will only go across resin easy. That's why I have to push this, because there's no resin down until I put this coating out. Okay, that's probably a little bit more than I needed, but we will find out. Okay, let me wipe my finger off. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of my bubbles. So here's my heat gun. I always turn it on and point it away from me for about 5 seconds, which is about how long it takes me to tell you this, because it's been sitting, dust got collected up inside the nozzle, and basically I'm just blowing the dust boogers out. I don't want them on my piece, so I'm just blowing them off to the side. Okay, don't need to go over it much. I just want to get rid of the air bubbles, because the heat gun will pop them. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start it over here. Okay, and I'm looking at these colors, trying to figure out what order they should go in. So I'm just going to pour the coral in here, because I can tell you if I put 2 colors in one, see, some of it's coming out a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. This is the bronze. I'm going to see, now it's coming out a whole lot. Okay, so I better hurry. Ha! There we go. Got the bronze. Okay, now I'm going to do the brown. See how fast it's coming out? And I'm almost sure I got these tubes level when I glued them together. Okay, there is the bronze. Now he put different colors in the tubes, but I don't want to do that, because colors, when they get poured together, they get a little muddy, because resin doesn't act like acrylic paint. Okay, there. And now I've just about got all the coral out of there, so let me just do a little bit of dragging. I'm not sure if this is going to work with resin. I am not sure, okay, because it's coming out pretty fast. Okay, and what is that right there? That might be, that's part of the glue. Okay, Oh, well, I got the glue too close to the resin, it looks like. Okay, now, first, I'm going to tilt a little bit of this off. Mine don't look at all like Rob's acrylic did. But I gave it a shot, Rob, okay? You're the master at using the tools. There's a lot of resin on here, so if I don't get rid of some of it, I'm going to end up with it sliding off anyway. Okay. I don't want to take a swipey tool to it, so let me get some of the bubbles out of it and see what I can do with the heat gun. Now I've already blown my dust boogers out, so I'm not too worried about that. Here we go. Blow out the bubbles. Now let's see what we can do with the resin. Not really getting any cells, but I might have had too much pigment on top of the white for me to get cells. There's some of the white that's underneath it. Okay. Well, to tell you the truth, I am going to put a little bit of the coral in some of the darker spots. Just a couple little lines. I'm trying not to block the camera. Ah! I have a hard time keeping enough resin on the stick to do the whole line. Okay, let me see what other color I had. One of these. Yeah, here we go. Here's the bronze. Well, come on now. Don't be such a brat. I'm talking to my stick. Okay, I'm going to blow a little bit of heat on that just to get the lines a little bit more organic, I guess you could say, just to blow them out a little bit. Okay, well, the tube didn't work. I like what's on there, but I don't think it's because of the tube. I think it's just because it's dragged across. I really like it. So I tried, Rob. You're the king at taking tools and hardware parts and making them work in, oops, go this way. Excuse me. Making them work in resin, okay? So I give you that. Good job. I'll show you this video when it gets uploaded. And I want to thank all my subscribers. I appreciate all the support I've been getting. I love the resin right out of you guys, okay? You guys are a big support to me. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And it'd be nice to get a thumbs up, you know. Oh, excuse me. I love the resin right out of you. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.